So I recently found out that a book within my collection may be a rare color variant. So I decided to do some research and investigate whether this is indeed the case. The problem is I still don't know the answer to the question. So I need your help. Stay tuned to this video. So the video that you just watched was actually from a previously recorded yet unreleased video that I had hoped to put out. And after I recorded the video, I went back and I watched it and I realized that I made a mistake in the video and I wanted to reshoot it to actually fix that mistake. But while I was waiting to reshoot the video, I actually received some additional information that provided some additional context around this book here, Secret Wars #1. So what happened was a few people had reached out to me and asked a couple of questions around the idea that Secret Wars #1 had a color variant that was out there. And so I did some research on it and I was trying to, create this video to solicit some input to find out whether this was indeed a variant, a color variant, and whether people were aware. And what we've learned is that it's actually not a color variant. What we've learned is that there were two different print runs that were done. So print run #1 actually included a printer's error in it, where if you look at the centerfold, Galactus is actually blue and white instead of his traditional purple and blue. And if you look at the centerfolds, you crack the book open, you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about how his coloration is a little bit different. And there was rumor that, again, that this was an error that had been found in some books. And there was some dispute about this. There were some that were saying that, Galactus is blue because of the light being cast upon him as he was trying to reach the Beyonder. Now that kind of fell apart because if that were the case, then all characters that were in that same light from the Beyonder would have also been colored a shade of blue. And as I'll put up here on screen, that wasn't necessarily the case. And in fact, as you go through the book, what you would see is that there was maybe some kind of energy blast or fire that was also not colored appropriately. It was not an energy blast color or the color of fire. So it was definitely an error that was made. Now, what we've subsequently learned is that the entire print run had that error. That error was never corrected as part of that particular print run. So it wasn't necessarily a variant because the run was just in error, the whole run. And what we've also found out was that there was actually a second print run that was done. And I believe it was done later, maybe a year or 2 years after the first print run. And in the second print run, which I believe might have been polybag, they actually corrected the error in that version where Galactus at the centerfolds is actually appropriately colored. His normal, purple and blue and not a white and blue uniform. So the challenge now is that I don't know of anyone that's actually seen the second print run. So here's my question. If you have a copy of this book, and I actually have 2 copies, if you have a copy, open the book up, look at the centerfolds. What color is Galactus? I have, again, 2 copies. Both of these are direct copies, right? And both of them are from the first print run because Galactus is blue and white and he is not his traditional color. So what we're trying to find out at this point is, does anyone have the correctly colored Galactus? Again, this is all rumor and speculation that there was the second print run where it was corrected, but no one that I've spoken with has been able to actually find one. So if you have it, give a shout. Let us know if you have it, and also if you're willing to sell it, because I'd like to get a copy of that. So anyway, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you have not subscribed, I definitely encourage you to do so today. Take care, and thanks a lot.